Some of it disintegrates, I guess, if it's biodegradable. And I always think of the rest of it kind of going to like, oh, it's terrible, that giant dump on Staten Island where like, what's her name? The Andie MacDowell in that movie is like the trash, the garbage, and like big barges of garbage out in the ocean. It's kind of sad, so I don't really try to think of it too much.
I think my trash goes to Staten Island.
Where do you think your trash goes?
Staten Island, where it belongs.
I'm sure it goes to some proper place, but in some giant mound.
No se decide al camión de la basura, el trozo de la basura. El trozo de la basura busca un lugar y lo transporta al sitio donde tiene que ir la basura.
Isn't there like a huge like trash heap in the middle of the ocean that's like the size of Texas?
Bueno, a los lugares donde la incineran.
There's no more incinerators or landfills or anything in New York. They're all closed. So you have the stations which are down here in Greenpoint. Some of them are closing, which they're dropped off, and then they're taken to whatever the contract is, mostly with New Jersey.
Hannah, baby, where do you think trash goes? Where do you think our trash goes?
I don't know. I think we ship it out to, I don't know. I think it's honestly something that I haven't thought about all that much, and I think most people don't generally think about. It's something that you just take for granted. Oh, my trash is getting taken away.
The trash cycle works from your garbage bin to your stoop to a truck to a waste processing facility or a waste transfer station where it's separated and then sent either by rail or by truck to another facility, typically out of state, either in Newark, West Virginia, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, or in terms of some construction debris like scrap metal, a lot of that is shipped to or sold to other countries that use it as raw materials.
My name's Eric Brizadas. I am a member of Outrage, that's Organizations United for Trash Reduction and Garbage Equity. And I live within a mile of the 40% trash burden in North Brooklyn. The major impact that Outrage is trying to address is the 40% burden of trash processing for the city through the Solid Waste Management Plan, the SWAMP. Outrage has fought to get legislation that would share the burden across the city so that every borough is processing its fair share of solid waste. So where we are right now is an example of worst case scenario and better case scenario. To my right is waste management, which has a contained facility that's properly engineered to treat solid waste, spray it with water to keep the particulates down. Behind me are IESI, Astoria, and City Recycling, which are open pits that just let the particulates just fly into the air and mix with the diesel fumes and everything else.
One of the blocks that are notorious for this type of activity. Went through an area that had dust blowing all over the place and debris scattered through the streets.
Noise pollution. Opposite way from where we started, there are schools, and these trucks go right down to Main Street past all these schools.
These open plants are part of the problem in that they don't contain any of the particulate, so it gets aerosolized out into the air, and you can feel the wind right now just blows right over this whole area.
My trash goes into a corner by my apartment. I guess like the wind like kind of blows all the trash on the block like to this one corner.
This behind me is, again, the National Grid site where they are planning to, or proposing to put a incinerator, a waste to energy facility, and it would happen somewhere in this area. You can already see the area is impacted by aerosol effluent, and this would not, there's no guarantees that this wouldn't make the problem worse.
I teach 4-year-olds, and last year I had a class of 18 children. I would say about 10 of them had asthma pumps in the nurse's office because they got asthma so bad they had to have either a pump. And we're seeing it very young. We're not just getting it as we're older. I developed it as I was older, living in the community all my life. But many of these children, because of what's in the air now, they're out and about and they're picking it up at 3 and 4.
Still National Grid.